old are you and how much do you have in savings?
68, and I'd rather not tell you any financial information.
Do you have any assets or are in the property market?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Not in Sydney or Australia.
Back home?
In the U.S., yes.
How did you find entering the property market over there?
I've had property for many years, different types. Mostly single family, but some multifamily.
Was there any tips and tricks that you have for people who might be watching?
I started when I was fairly young with a couple of rental properties, and I did most of the work myself in terms
Okay.
of remodeling them and bringing them up to a higher standard whenever I had an empty vacancy.
Did you have to make any sacrifices to buy your first property?
No, it was okay.
Your assets. Do you have any fun or wacky assets that might be good for people to look into or get into?
I have quite a few U.S. stocks
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and trade options, especially covered calls. I don't know if you have that here. You probably do.
I'm not too sure about that one. But that's okay.
A covered call is if you have a stock and you sell somebody the option to buy that at a certain price at a certain date, and
Oh, okay. I've read about that in books.
yeah, and
Okay.
so if the option isn't exercised, you keep all the money that they gave you, and if you know how to do it properly, it
can do
can
it.
be lucrative.
And how are you finding the cost of living in Sydney at the minute while you're visiting?
Actually, I think it's a little bit less than the U.S.
Okay.
At least that I live in San Diego, and it's a pretty high cost of living there.
And would you ever be interested in buying property in Sydney or not so much?
Um, you know, I've enjoyed my time here, but I think that's a bridge too far right now.
And back home, do you have a family?
I've got brothers and sisters, but I'm single.
How do you feel the younger generation will go with entering the property market back where you are? Do you think it's attainable?
Yes, I always thought when I was growing up that things were priced expensively,
Yeah.
but I think it pays to get involved when you can, as soon as you can.
Well, we're from a company called Coposit where we help people enter the property market in new ways. You're welcome to check out our app and learn more.